Hey, what's up? What's going on, folks? Tom Clark here for Wrestling Rumors here on Facebook Live. We are just now wrapping up night two of AEW Fyter Fest. Let's get our logos up here so we know what's going on. There he is. Yeah, man, we're just now watching Jericho Raw of the Ring. It's a couple minutes after 10, but Jericho with the win tonight in the main event. So, yeah, here we are, man. How's everybody doing out there tonight? Did you guys watch Fyter Fest? And if so, what did you think? We are here to talk about it at least for the next 30 minutes. We're going to discuss AEW Fyter Fest, and then we'll be on our way and let you be on yours as well. So, let's go ahead and talk about the show. Let's see who all's checking in here. We're here. Sorry, everybody's talking about where is it? Oh, we're right here. So, hi, what's up? I'm Tom. If you've never seen me before, welcome. I host Tom Clark's Main Event. My podcast has been running for 7 years this year. We've been on here on Facebook for about a year. I guess it's been about a year. We've tried to do the math before, but I forget when I started here in Wrestling Rumors. So, most every Friday at 12 noon, we'll be going live again this coming Friday at 12 noon right here in Wrestling Rumors. So please come back Friday and join us. In the meantime, let's talk a little bit about the show. What did you guys think about AEW Fyter Fest? Let's go ahead and hit this thing and go ahead and talk about it. The night kicked off with Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page against Private Party with Matt Hardy for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. We all sort of figured that that's how the show was going to begin. It was a good move, in my opinion. I thought the match did everything it was supposed to do, and then some. Kenny and Hangman, good, solid, fundamental tag team wrestling from the start. Mark Quinn, insanely acrobatic. I think we can all agree on that. He dodged the Kotaro Crusher. If you missed that spot, it's amazing. You got to go back and see that. Just awesome stuff. Great tag team work by Private Party. No one in the crowd wearing masks. You're in Florida. Yikes. Oy vey. How are you not wearing a mask? I don't have any idea what they're thinking there. Talentless wrestlers, it's unreal. That's just something I noticed. It's just something you can't help but see it. But it was a good match, easy win. Omega and Page hit the last call to retain. I guess a lot of us are still kind of waiting for the moment that Hangman Adam Page turns on Kenny Omega. We've been waiting for months and months and months. At this point, I don't know if AEW is going to actually go with that, or if they're just going to keep things the way they are. We'll have to wait and see, but I kind of always expected it's going to happen. Let's see. Victor says, hey, Tom Clark, back to watch it after your show. I watch NXT. I'm glad we're getting some good wrestling. Absolutely, man. There's nothing wrong with a little competition. It's actually a great thing for everybody involved. So, yeah, let's turn the chimes off so we're not bugging you guys to death for the next 30 minutes. Let me say this before we get much farther. Once again, AEW is so utterly watchable. And listen, I'm not in the bag for any one company. I'm not on anybody's payroll, dude. I'm just telling you how like it is, telling you my own personal opinion. So here's what I'm telling you. The crowd they have on hand, I know it's all talent, it's family, it's personnel. I get it, but they've obviously got some crowd noise happening too. It's just from day one since the pandemic broke out, man, they have been so utterly watchable, so much easier to watch any other product out there right now in terms of making you feel like there's a ton of people there. It really did feel that way to me tonight, especially. You could say maybe it was overdone in spots. I kind of get where you're coming from if you say that. But I enjoyed it, man. So, dude, I got people asking about Punk. Guys, it's AEW here. We're just doing AEW right now, man. You can come back Friday at the main event. We'll talk about it. There's no deal with Punk and WWE, as far as I know. Yikes. We've been talking about this thing for years. And listen, you're going to find no bigger fan of Punk than this guy right here. I love that dude. I do, straight up. So, yeah, you're asking the wrong dude at this point in time. I got to be honest with you. Okay, so next up, Lance Archer versus Joey Janela. Archer out with Jake the Snake Roberts, has Sonny Kiss over his shoulders. Archer does, not Roberts. He throws him onto Janela in the ring. Archer come out Suzuki Goon style. Where my New Japan fans at, right? He was mauling Janela, but Janela with an early comeback, diving onto Archer outside the ring. Janela goes for the chair. The ref stops him. Archer with the pounce and destroys Janela. Janela takes Sonny Kiss out once again, continues on the offense, just destroying him. Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss team up while Jake has the ref's attention, but Archer keeps moving forward. The blackout on Janela through the table outside the ring, rolls it back in the ring, and gets the pin. Let's see. God bless. Anyways, everything you could possibly imagine Lance Archer would do to Joey Janela, short of setting him on fire, he did. Surprised he didn't do that. We knew how this match was going to end up. Lance Archer is a beast, and he is absolutely being portrayed as a beast. I have no issue with that whatsoever. In fact, it's all good with me. So, yeah. Timothy, clean up your language, please, sir. This is not my personal page. Okay, if you can't show up and keep it clean, then don't show up. Okay, all due respect. You don't need to speak like that, man. We're all adults here. No sense in that. Okay, no sense in acting like or sound like you're 16, for goodness sake. Keep it clean, please. Okay, so next up, Darby Allin Vinette talks about Brian Cage, the fact that Cage put him out of action. Dude, Darby Allin will do anything. No fear of this guy. Hits the coffin drop. I mean, you know the finisher move, right? Backwards, like 30 feet down into like a foam pit. Insane, man. Crazy stuff. So, yeah, he's coming back eventually. Looks like he's going to be after Brian Cage. Darby Allin doesn't mind taking all sorts of punishments, kind of his gimmick, kind of his shtick, kind of what he does. We'll see how it goes, man. But speaking of Brian Cage, the Machine, the big guy, hitting the F10. That's his finisher. That's what they call it, the F10, right? Take that for what it's worth. Brian Cage out with Taz. They teased a special announcement all night long, a surprise announcement from Taz. Well, he had a championship in the bag. You could tell by the way when he held the thing in two hands. I almost thought for a minute it was the AEW World Championship. I thought that they were going to announce that Mox had could not do this thing because of the COVID deal and that he wasn't even going to be on hand next week. I kind of thought that's where it was going. But when he started talking about a special championship, I thought this is the FTW title. And sure enough, it was the FTW championship. See, Taz reintroduces the FTW World Championship, talks about how it's never been recognized by any one company, but fans of the world know what the belt represents. It's the toughest man in the business. He crowns Cage the new FTW champion and sends a final message to Mox about next week's title match. So now Brian Cage is your new FTW champ. It's all good with me, man. I don't really care. It's whatever. It's a gimmick. All belts are gimmicks anyway, right? But it's all good. They can do whatever they want, right? I don't know if it helps him that much, to be honest with you. I don't think Brian Cage needs any help, but it is what it is. All right, man. So something big. This is big. Okay. If you didn't enjoy this match that we're getting ready to hit, I question how much you even love tag team wrestling. I question how much you even love pro wrestling, to be honest with you. This thing was huge. FTR and the Young Bucks versus Butcher Blade and Lucha Bros. I cannot say enough good things about this match. This has to be a match of the year candidate. In my humble estimation, this thing was off the freaking charts, man. It was great. Just from start to finish, from top to bottom, backwards and forwards in every way you could possibly imagine. This match was nothing but excitement. It was just a massive adrenaline rush. The whole thing was like a caffeine high for sure. A massive double shot of espresso. That's what this match was. You take it for what it's worth, take it on its face value, but man, it was crazy. It was crazy. Someone just asked if he will defend. You know what? Sure. Why not? Why not? Talking about Cage with the AEW or the FTW championship. Why not defend it, man? Yikes. I mean, who's going to take it from him? I'm not. I don't, dude, are you kidding? Yeah. That'll be fun. I mean, I'd be down for that. Let's talk about this match because I can't wait. Pentagon in first. He wants FTR. So Dax and Cash start going to work, doing their thing. Pentagon with a huge chop on Dax. That thing is still ringing out right now. Pentagon and Phoenix go to work, doing their thing. Okay. So Ralph the Bay got FTR doing their thing. Lucha Bros doing their thing. Okay. The Bucks with the blind tag, they go to work, doing their thing, Butcher and Blaze. So all four teams had the opportunity to do their thing in this match. That's very good. Everybody got like equal playing time. It's kind of like a star-studded cast, like for a huge Hollywood blockbuster. You want to give each star an ample amount of time, give this guy their share of screen time to get in there and do their thing. That's what all four teams had in this particular match. This is tag team wrestling at its finest. That's what I've got written down. No doubt about it. Snap DDT by Dax on Blade. That thing came from out of nowhere. Arn Anderson was smiling 100%, maybe more. I mean, crazy. Just insane. Yeah. It was awesome. You got to go back and see that. I'm sure if there's not a GIF of it somewhere, there's probably going to be at some point. Or GIF. Have we decided how you pronounce that yet? I have no idea. The Goodnight Express by Nick and Cash. Matt and Dax hit the spot with pile driver on Blade. But Penta saves the pin. AEW building the narrative that the Bucks and FTR are working together despite any differences. Huge tag team moves, double superplex, splash off the top, swanton bomb follows, can't get the pin. Phoenix walked the ropes. I'm out of breath. Can you tell? Flip pile driver off the top rope into the guys on the floor. Shut up. Did you see that? Get out of here with that. Dax accidentally kicked in the face by the Bucks. Definitely saw that coming. There's going to start being some dissension. And that's what we're seeing here between these two teams. We know it's only a matter of time, and it's starting to happen already. This should have been the main event. No doubt about it. Should have been. My shirt's way too big for me. Can you tell? This should have been the main event. Match ends in a handshake. Match ends in a handshake. We're all friends. We're all best friends. I mean, they're saving the match. They want to do this in front of an audience, and I get it, and I'm totally fine with that. But man, they got to get these two teams away from each other quick, pull apart. They want to save it. They got to get these two teams off of each other as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? They can still inhabit the same environment, but not the same air at the same time. You see what I'm saying? It's too much, dude. So yeah, they're gonna have to pull apart at some point. They want to save this thing for later. Yeah, should have been the main event, no doubt about it. Let's keep rolling here, folks. Big Swole confronted the parking lot, says she's been served, not allowed into the building. Turns out Britt Baker petitioned AEW to suspend Swole, and the company did just that. Nyla Rose versus Kenzie Page and Kylan King, otherwise known as Dead on Arrival. I'm just making that up because Nyla killed them. So, yeah, she makes quick work of them, says she's hired a manager, and that manager will ensure she becomes AEW World Women's Champion once again. As a guy who spent a lot of time in the business as a heel manager, I love that AEW loves the managers. It sets them apart from every other company out there. It's really, really good stuff. I love every second of it. It's really awesome. So I'm all about it. I'm down for it. I'm here for it totally. So, yeah, for sure. Let's see. Shannon, what's up? Butcher and Blade are really growing on me. Glad them and the Lucha Bros got the win. AW shows us what tag team wrestling should be. I could not agree more with you on that for sure. Did Nyla Rose show what the secret was? Talking about, well, the announcement was that she's hired a manager, but she's not. She said that she's not going to tell anyone right now. So, hey, we're going to get to Colt, my friend. We're moving there for sure. Yep. In fact, it's next up. We see Colt Cabana backstage in the trainer's room. He's bruised like crazy on his left side. Brody Lee comes in and says they have a match. He needs to get ready. I mean, he was purple. Okay, not the worst thing I've ever seen happen to a pro wrestler for sure. Then we have Brody Lee, Stu Grayson, and Colt Cabana versus SCU. Cabana with Dark Order looks off. It doesn't fit, but it's not supposed to fit. Colt's playing it perfect. Colt is the everyman in this equation. He's the guy of everyone in this match that you can kind of feel something for. And I love SCU, but in terms of our SCU, are they, I don't want to say approachable, but are they relatable? I guess to a certain extent, but Colt is the blue collar guy in this match. There's no doubt about it. It makes him easily relatable from start to finish. So I was all for that. And honestly, again, it's not the best fit, but it's not supposed to be a perfect fit. That's not the point here. The point is it's supposed to be uncomfortable. We don't know what's going on. He's not formally been inducted. He's not whatever. But anyway, this turns out pretty well, and Colt actually gets the win, and Brody's like, hey, man, you did it. Congratulations. And then afterward, Colt's backstage. Before he can say anything, here comes Evil Uno, giving him his own T-shirt, his own Colt Cabana Dark Order T-shirt. The guy's speechless. He's actually winning on TV, which matters to him. It matters because in pro wrestling, guess what, folks? Wins and losses should matter. AEW said from day one, wins and losses matter, so they're sticking to their word. You hear my chair? It's a new chair. It's a new chair. It creaks like crazy, man. So there's your Dark Order match. Tony says I knew that. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a new. I got a Fender Squire last week. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I love it. It's still very tinny. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of some metallic happening. I gotta get it worn down. I gotta get it broke in. It's still straight out the box, man. But I dig it. Okay, it's awesome. Just to say. Somebody said, dude, who cares what Nyla Rose is? Can we just get off that? No disrespect, man. I don't care. I just don't care what somebody is. It doesn't matter to me either way. He's got a name, dude. He's got a name, and I can't remember his name. It's a number, isn't it? Isn't it a number? It's not number 1. It's kind of odd, but he's part of the Dark Order for sure. Ray says Daniels looks slow and old. I'm sorry to say. Dude, we're all getting older, Ray. You know, for his age though, and everything he's been through in his years in the business, he's still in incredible shape. He can still move. I get what you're saying, though, man. All right, folks, let's start to take this thing home. Big Swole shows up in disguise. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more, say no more. Chaos ensues. It's just too much. It's so much comedy. And this coming from the guy who just watched Orange Cassidy in the main event, okay? But listen, it's whatever. I will say this about Britt Baker, at least that AEW is keeping her involved. They're keeping her in the limelight. They didn't just say, well, she's injured. You got to disappear for 8 months. Get out. Get out. Hit the door. Hit the bricks, kid. Get out. They didn't do that. She's still being kept relevant and a viable personality. She's still in the mix. And I got to say that's a positive thing for that company because, you know, they could have, like I said, they could have very well said, hit the door and, you know, we'll see you when you get better. Like WWE does. I'm just saying. Listen, you don't have to agree with me. It's just my opinion here. But I like the fact that they're keeping her around. So, okay. What else we got here? It's main event time. Here we go. Chris Jericho out with Proud and Powerful versus Orange Cassidy. Jericho said on social media all week it was one of not just one of his greatest matches in AEW, but maybe one of the greatest matches in his entire career. Was he right? What'd you guys think? Chris goes in the offense immediately, but Cassidy finally fires up and comes back. Orange actually hits the super kick. He's trying to establish himself in the match, and he looks good. He's in there with one of the greats that doesn't hurt anything. Cassidy hits the drive off the top. Kicks out. Orange fires up again. On top. Orange is thrown in Cassidy's eyes. There's a thing to do, I suppose. Best friends out for the assist. Jericho uses a bat, hits the code breaker, but Cassidy kicks out. At that point, I thought he might win this match. I really did think that. He was going to fire up and make another comeback. But that was not to be. Commentary is really putting over the fact this is Cassidy's biggest night in AEW thus far, perhaps the biggest night of his career as well. It's working to build the drama of the match, but in the end, Chris Jericho hits the Judas effect for the win. And that is your night 2 of Fyter Fest. 2 hours crammed into 19 minutes, Jack. Boom. Who said it couldn't be done? Did you say it couldn't be done? You was all wrong. I cracked myself up. Can you tell? Yeah. So, anyways. Let's see. Let's get some comments on here, shall we? So what are you guys thinking about the show? Did you guys enjoy the show? What did you think about it? Did everybody enjoy Fyter Fest? Did you guys think it was good? It was bad? It was indifferent? What is your honest opinion of everything? Ray says Britt Baker is a stud heel. Oh, there you go. But then Chad says, not a fan of Britt Baker. You guys fight it out and decide who's right. No hitting below the belt here, folks. Let's see. Ray says Orange looked great. I got to agree with that exactly. Shannon says can't wait for Fight for the Fallen. Yeah, I'm anxious to see that as well. We're going to talk about NXT this Friday on the main event, so don't think I'm going to ignore this. You guys know I've been going live every Wednesday after Dynamite goes off the air, and that's what I want to do again this week, especially with Fight for the Fallen. I'm trying to make a routine of this every Wednesday night, just a little something, just to give back to the Facebook page, to get back to Wrestling Rumors, and to give back to you guys who watch my show all the time. I know it's not much. I don't have like a whole cast of characters here and dudes with funny hats and 30-somethings hanging out with all kinds of stuff. I don't know where I'm going with that. Anyway, I don't have any of that. It's just me. I'm just flying solo, man. But I like hanging out with you guys. So Jamel says, watching the Great American Bash now. Enjoy it. I had it on, but I didn't have the sound on. I had AEW on the TV, and I had Great American Bash on the iPad. AEW tonight was a B. Yeah, Elvis Martinez. Best name ever. Yeah, dude, I enjoyed the show. I really did. Here's something I didn't see. Cody did not defend the TNT Championship tonight. Was that, dude, I could have sworn that was supposed to have happened tonight. Cody was supposed to defend the title against somebody that we didn't know. I could have sworn he was. Shannon says it was great, better than night one. I agree with you. I hate that. Okay, there we go. All right. SC Lewis hits us with Cody's open challenges next week. Okay, cool. Thank you for clarification. They're doing so much at a time, man. It's easy to get mixed up on this stuff. You know what everyone's saying? A lot of people are saying, help me out here. Who they? He was working. He was just recently working in the NWA. Very, very outspoken. Give me his name tonight, guys. Help me out here. He cut a massive promo on Cody at a show recently. I think it was only, it wasn't in front of fans or anything. Well, maybe it was like outside or something like that, I think. Somebody give me his name. Yikes. How come I'm blanking on his name? He was in Impact and he was just in NWA as well. Very, very outspoken. That's what a lot of people are saying it's going to be, by the way. No, Chris, Orange did not win. Jericho got the pin. But I'll tell you this. Don't anybody be dismayed at the fact that Jericho won this match, because I'm sure Orange wasn't, okay? It's nothing like that at all, dude. I'm sure there was something much more to that than what you're seeing right now. There may even be a follow-up to this where Cassidy could actually get the win. So Jamel says the matches were great. I still don't like fake title matches. I'll be glad when Paige and Omega drop those titles. Tag division is too good. Oh, so think about this. When your tag division is so good that the tag team holding the belts is a good, solid team, but they're not the best, and there's a whole lot of other competition, that's a good problem to have. You know what I'm saying? If they can keep those belts warm for a while and keep some attention and keep some eyes on them and make them – and, you know, you don't think that Paige and Omega understand that they're surrounded by top-tier tag teams? I'm sure they know that. So they feel the pressure to go out there and deliver 1,000% every time they're in the ring. And I think they've been doing just fine. I see your point. But, man, if they can handle these things for a while and just milk this sucker for all it's worth, then when the time does come to kick this thing out to the established tag teams in the company, it's going to be on, man. It's going to be fun to watch for sure. Not Nick Aldis. He's NWA World Champion. Dude, why can't I remember the guy's name? That's killing me. I do this all the time. I blank. I got a lot of wrestling stuff to remember, man. For sure. It'll come to me. Later. Yeah, I think they'll drop. FTR is going to get the belts. Let's just put it to you that way. It's going to happen eventually. Let's see. I'm cheating, folks. I'm going to look it up. Let's see. Man, I updated on Windows and it's put me on Bing, which I don't really care about too much. Yeah, I can't remember his name. That's crazy. It's not Kenny King, not Wade Barrett. No, it's not Kenny King. I want to say Kenny King, but it's not. He's in Ring of Honor. It's driving me crazy. I'll think of it later. This episode of Tom Can't Remember Anything brought to you by Wrestling Rumors on Facebook. So, yeah, man. So we're getting ready to take it home here, dude. We've been on the air for about 30 minutes tonight. I just want to wrap this up. Wasn't Matt Morgan, Elvis? I'll think of it later. So after we're well and gone, we can talk about it Friday. That'll be something to come back for. So I enjoyed this show. I was looking forward to it. It didn't disappoint. AEW just continues to provide and continues to deliver fun wrestling shows. At the end of the day, if you're looking for fun, action-packed pro wrestling, AEW, I can honestly say that I can count on one hand the number of times I've come away from an AEW show or an AEW match and felt kind of let down. Maybe on one hand I can count those times, and it's not many times at all. The reason for that is most of the time when AEW tells you something, they deliver. That's a huge thing to me. When they don't deliver on something, you know, speaking of the other company, it's very irritating. They've been doing it for years. I hate that stuff. Yeah, you're right, Ricardo. Yeah. Shane says, with Arn Tully and AEW, would it be great to see them together in the ring one more time? Not wrestling, just seeing them together. I think it's only a matter of time before they do. Imagine both those guys both working together to manage a heel faction. Are you kidding me? That'd be crazy. No, Chris. Spoiler alert: Brian Pillman Jr. did not win last night. Shan Spears beat him. Shan says AEW New Japan is where it's at. I couldn't agree more. I love both companies. New Japan Cup this weekend, folks. Don't miss it. If you have New Japan World, the New Japan streaming service, please check it out. They're going to have fans in the building. The rules in Japan right now are you can have a third of the arena in attendance. We're looking at around 3,000 fans in that building. Yikes! Here's the deal about Japanese fans, folks. They're going to be honoring and doing the social distancing for sure, and they're all going to be wearing masks. You're not going to get into that political nonsense over there like you're getting here, with a whole bunch of people in denial that COVID's a hoax, Tom. It's a hoax. Okay, sure, whatever. And theirs flat too, isn't it? All right, so there you go. That's all I got to say about that nonsense. But yeah, man, they'll be observing social distancing. Everyone will have masks on. It's going to be crazy to see actual fans in attendance in a live pro wrestling show. I can't wait. I may even try to stay up for it. Of course, if you watch New Japan live in this country, you're going to be up to like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if I can swing that or not. Not as young as I used to be. So, yeah. All right, man. That's all I got for you. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks, guys, for watching. This has been the Wrestling Rumors Night 2 review of AEW Fyter Fest. We hope you enjoyed the chat. Thanks for checking us out. Please remember to come back Friday, right here. Wrestling Rumors, baby. See the logos? There they are. Boom. Wrestling Rumors, and boom, the main event. That's me. All right. And I'm Tom. And this is not Tom Clark's main event, but it will be Friday. So don't miss it, yo. Come back, hang out. And I never did take that down, did I? Yikes. Dude, you kidding me? So yeah, man, be sure to join us Friday. You won't regret it. We try to have fun. We always try to have fun on the show. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff Friday. Can't wait to get there. So please remember to come back again this Friday, 12 p.m. at noon Eastern Standard Time, right here in Wrestling Rumors. I'm Tom Clark, and we'll see you then. Thanks for hanging out. Stay tuned.